Hello and welcome back to Man v Film. It's time for November's watch pile, where I add more to the collection and I watch some. And this is continuing on from the trend that really started in October, where life is taking over. I find myself really struggling with getting a video out a day at the moment. This has been probably the toughest uh, time I've had on YouTube of getting content out. I am managing it by the skin of my teeth, and watching films has become secondary because I've got a lot of things going on with work, a lot of things with personal life, the usual kind of illnesses that come and just knock you for six. So basically, as you can tell from the amount of excuses I'm throwing your way, this isn't a good month for the watch pile. In fact, this is a horrendous month because I hit a milestone that I really did not want to hit, unfortunately. Anywho, I have got a bunch of movies that have arrived on my doorstep, some of which I managed to watch, most of which I have not. Together, we're going to dive through, have a look at these titles, and a little bit about each of them. Let's get started. So we're going to start with the Vinegar Syndrome subscription. Now, I have already made up my mind. I am not resubscribing. I find that a lot of the Vinegar Syndrome titles, I've not really gotten to them as yet. They're not really drawing me in. They're not making me super excited. So I find my passion for that waning. And because of the amount of titles I'm getting, something has to give. And it looks like my 5-year Vinegar Syndrome experiment is coming to a close. But we have some titles here. We have Men from the Gutter, which is a Shaw film. I do love my Shaw film, so I'm going to get it. There is a title that you can't buy. It was the April Fool's title, which, to be honest, last year's I absolutely loved, Side Roads. This year was going to be a movie and a frisbee where you can actually put a disc in it and literally throw it away. So this one was Good Girls Don't and Babe Watch, a 2-film set of which I know absolutely nothing about. I have it. We have another trauma film. This is one I've seen before. It's been a number of years. I had a Blu-ray for it as well. It is Romeo and Juliet. So I will get to that soon enough. Continuing with the 4K Dario Argentos, we had The Card Player, which I've not watched as yet. We now have Sleepless, and there is another 4K Argento film coming this month as well. Then we have the 4K of Ruby, which, again, absolutely nothing about it. If you know anything about these titles and you want to encourage me to push it up the watch pile, please make a comment, let me know. And then we have The Man Who Could Cheat Death, which is one that I saw a long time ago. Yeah, and I can't really remember it too much. I think I had a Blu-ray for it, and it's been a number of years. So I'll get to that at some point. Then we had The Indicator Sale. Now, I was rather reserved. I have went before an Indicator Sales and regretted it afterwards. I picked up a couple of impulse titles that were going out of print and one that I was really, really wanting that kind of encouraged it. And do you ever find that when you have a sale, if there's nothing you want, you're fine. But if there's one thing that you're getting, you just kind of add another couple of titles. It's one of those unforgiving things where you pick one item, you're getting more. So I really wanted the Universal Noir Volume 2 set. So this was the one that I was absolutely picking up. A couple of titles that I've looked at before and never went for were in sale. So I picked up Freud, which I saw trailers of and I looked at when it came out. I really was kind of interested. And I picked up Howard Hughes' Jet Pilot, which is, John Wayne, Janet Leigh. I picked up most of the titles that came out that month, and this was kind of the last one of those at the time when it came out, and it's, as I call it, like Sunday afternoon dad movies, and I kind of wanted to see it. So that was Vinegar Syndrome and Indicator. Okay, so two titles from Second Sight Films this month. I love my Second Sight films, as you know. We got Pearl and we got Maxine. Now, I hadn't seen either of those, and it was just one of those, I just hadn't got around to them. I loved X, and I found that these two movies were better. Pearl was definitely the best of the trilogy. Absolutely fantastic character study. Maxine is probably the one that I enjoyed the most because it's just instantly gratifying and fits into things that I really loved. From 4Ks, we got Boston Kickout, which was a mid 90s film in the kind of vein of Trainspotting, but without the fun. It was okay. We got the absolute wonderful Central Station from Curzon, which I absolutely adored. It was an absolutely fantastic film. From Hammer, we got The Men of Sherwood Forest. I am loving what Hammer do. Their packages are just phenomenal. It came with The Wolf's Head, which was a pilot for a mid-70s Robin Hood show. Amazing. It was restored in 4K as well. I would have loved to have seen a series from that. From the Masters of Cinema series, we have Fantomas Returns, which I am about to start today, which I'm looking forward to diving into. There is Rio Lobo, which I watched the other day. I love this one. Starts off with a great heist, causing a grudge, and then we have John Wayne through the rest of the movie, helping people, banding together, and getting his revenge. It was terrific. One that I really enjoyed was a Kinji Fukasaku film, another one in the Master of Cinema series, Shogun's Samurai. And it was sprawling, it was enjoyable, it had all these characters and machinations that just kept the story really great, and then had this wonderful action dotted throughout it. And then finally from Eureka, we have La Notte on 4K, which was absolutely devastatingly brilliant. Loved it. Great 4K, and just a wonderful film about the breakup of a marriage and a relationship. Next, some films you've already seen before. Maybe if you've watched some of my Blu-ray update videos, I'm going to go through them quickly again. It was Criterion sales time. This is the second time, or the second year, that they've had a little sale and gave some good discounts. And what I like about the Criterion sales the previous 2 years, it's not the same titles that are on sale. They kind of freshen it up and add new ones in. I really enjoyed that. So I picked up what I really wanted this year, and a couple from a nudge from you. The Farce is a Mad World on Blu-ray, which I picked up. The rest are all 4Ks. The Noir, Mildred Pierce, The Last Picture Show, which you guys really encouraged me to pick up. The Seventh Curse and I Walk with Zombie was one that I went looking for. Similarly, Night Moves was another one that I wanted. I love neo-noirs. This was something I had to pick up. Really fond memories of Drugstore Cowboy, and I wanted to revisit it. A friend encouraged me to get Winchester 73. I love Westerns. I love Jimmy Stewart. That's all I kind of need. And then one, because I'd never seen it, and that was The Fisher King, which was everywhere when I was growing up, when it came out, and I just never saw it. And finally, this month, from one of my favourite directors, I got not one, but two limited edition 4K sets, and I love this. There is a few more of their titles that I want on 4K, and it just needs to get released. So first up from Arrow, we had In the Mouth of Madness. Now, I think this is the last absolute masterpiece John Carpenter film. It is something really special. The story, the building tension, the editing, everything works together fantastically well. It is an absolute masterpiece of a film. Now, I do like Ghosts of Mars, and I do like vampires, but they're kind of fun, but they're not great Carpenter movies. And then Fabulous Films released their first 4K limited edition set, which I recently reviewed, and that was Dark Star, which again, I love it. I think it's hilarious. It's so easy to watch. It's so inventive and fun. You can feel the filmmakers just experimenting and having fun creating this movie, and it just comes across, and it's got one of the best retrospective making of documentaries I've ever seen on an extra. So yeah, absolutely terrific. So there we have it. That is everything that got added to the collection this month. Some of these titles, and most of them, I've still to watch because, like I said, wasn't good. Sales at the end of the year. I'm really hoping December is a lot lighter. So let's dive into, well, we won't go there first. We shall go and have a look at what I watched this month. As you can see, it's a small list. So I watched Haunted Castle, which was from the Die Gothic 2 rating set. Really good, solid film. In the Mouth of Madness, which I just spoke about. I absolutely adore this one. I love it. Would you be interested in seeing me ranking all of John Carpenter's films? Because I think that would be incredibly tough, more than anything. Vice Squad, I watched with a friend Matt on over on Discord. We sat one night, chit-chatted all the way through it. Absolute great film. Wings Hauser is the bad guy. He's just phenomenal in this, and it was just a really great film. The Demon of Mount O was the next up in the Die Gothic set, but a little bit disappointing. Felt more fantastical than horror. Good movie, didn't really fit in with the set. Scream for Help was another one that we watched on Discord together, the group of us. I loved this one. It was hilarious, in the vein of Tough Guys Don't Dance. It was so wrong that it was right. Absolutely marvellous. In fact, I've not even given it a star rating because I don't know how to rate it. It's horribly made, horribly acted. The choices are weird and different, but my goodness, so entertaining. Ghost of Kasane Swamp rounded out the Die Gothic 2 set, which was a really good set, not as good as Volume 1. The Land That Time Forgot and the People That Time Forgot was from the Tales of Adventure from Imprint. I really enjoyed them. It was fun going back to these ones. And then At Earth's Core was absolutely brilliant. I loved it. Peter Cushing adding to this campy film was just terrific and just the cherry on top, really. Pearl and Maxine, both great. I went to the cinema and saw The Running Man. It was an Edgar Wright film that I really wanted to see, but I normally, when I sit down and watch an Edgar Wright film, I can see his fingerprints, I can see his touches, and know that he's been all over this film. The Running Man felt devoid of his charm, of his ingenuity, the way he puts things together in a real novel way. It just felt lacking. And every time it kind of added a new element, I just thought back to the Schwarzenegger movie and felt that was far better. It was fine. I'll never watch it again. Dude, Where's My Car? Again, I don't know why this popped into my head. I put it in, I watched it with my daughter. We laughed our asses off at the complete silliness of this. It is dumb, but that's where the charm lies in it. Boston Kickout was a movie that it was okay. It didn't really strike me at all. Men of Sherwood Forest was good. Wolf's Head, The Legend of Robin Hood was better. I really wish I had gone to series. Warlords of Atlantis was fine. I had to go away for work and I was kind of trapped in a hotel room, and that's where I sat and watched the normal double feature of Warlords of Atlantis, which was fine, and Lynn Naughty, which was wonderful. I then watched Dark Star, which I thought was absolutely terrific. The making of is tremendous. Shogun's Samurai was really fun. Then I saw Wake Up Dead Man at the cinema. I really love Knives Out. I think it is a perfect movie, really well done with a great cast and all the elements. I think when they did The Glass Onion, the sequel, they went a little bit too sillier with the wackier characters, the caricatures of real people, and leaned more into the humour of it. Wake Up Dead Man is definitely darker. It takes away a lot of the humour. There is still humour there and it lands really well. It's much darker, but it's a Benoit Blanc film and he's not there for the first hour. Now, I understand that that's typical of procedurals. You know, I read a lot of murder mysteries. I've watched a lot, and quite often you get this set up before the mastermind, the investigator comes in and solves it all. But in a film series where he has been the driving force, the film missed him for the first hour. Not that the film didn't have things to carry it forward, it just wasn't as compelling, and you're almost waiting for that character to turn up. I liked it. It was good. Not as good as Knives Out, and yeah, I'd still see more if there was more of it to come out. There's also a movie here that I've not logged as yet, Leo Robo, which was good. I talked about that when I picked it up. I really enjoyed that one. Now, number-wise, I started off with 282. I added 38 movies to the collection, and I only managed to watch 17. Not even half. It was a poor month for watching, and it was confounded by adding more to the collection. And this is where I've broke the milestone. I've ended up with a watch pile of 303 movies. I broke the 300. In the past 2 months, I've jumped up from about 250, 260 to over 300. It's been a compelling month for work, for life, for everything that's going on. And I don't know if that's going to ease off moving into December. The films being added to the collection should definitely ease off at some point, hopefully. So let's have a look at what is coming out this month. So December has some interesting titles. It's got, let's see, Clue on 4K, which I would thoroughly recommend. I've got the Scream disc of that, and it's just an amazing film. The House with Laughing Windows is coming out from Shameless, which is good as well. I don't know if that date has changed, because it's not out as yet, I don't think. Let's see what else we have. Le Notte Bianche, Un Femme Douce is from Radiance, as is Splendid Outing. The Wild Geese on 4K on December the 8th, which, yeah, absolutely. I have got my copy here. It's ridiculously huge. It's a monster. I'm just about to dive into it. Got Triple Threat, 3 Sammo Hung films from Eureka, which you'll probably get, along with Apache. Let's see. So His Girl Friday is coming from Criterion on 4K. Will that be in the sale next year? I would definitely hold off and see. There is a company that's releasing Frankenhooker and Class of Nukem High, which I don't think I have actually seen before. Who is this company? Oh, go away, Adblog. Refuse Films. I don't think I have heard of them. That must be a new one on the block, so I may have a look into them and see. I've got Frankenhooker. I've got Class of Nukem High. I don't need to pick them up again. Let's see what else we have coming out. I really kind of want a quiet month more than anything, just to get through some films. That would be ideal. We have Possession, which I absolutely am getting, as well as Reanimator. I need those. Night of the Juggler, I'm really looking forward, hoping to get that one. It's the first 4K from Transmission, the new Radiant sub-label, and it just looks really interesting for me. Let's see, we have Columbia Noir 7, which again, I'll probably hold off for a sale and pick that up at some point. We have Whispering Smith Hits London, which is the next Hammer title. Craze, I've seen already. There's a review on the channel. Crash and Burn, I would like to get at some point, but I'll probably hold off for a sale on that as well. Don't Open Till Christmas is the next Slasher Classics film. It's tremendous. If you haven't seen it, pick it up and you want a Christmas horror. It's a wonderful film, really well done. Let's see if there is anything else. Do you know what? This isn't looking too bad. Oh, there's the 4K of House of Laughing Windows coming out in December 29th. So, yeah, I'd be interested in picking up that at some point. So let's see. I have got the Eureka titles. I have got the Radiance titles, the Second Sight Films titles, because I'm a label person. I will definitely be getting those. And yeah, I've got the Wild Geese already, and I'm going to try and keep it at that. I don't need to add any more to the collection. Enough is enough, as they say. So I would love to know, what are you picking up out of this month's titles that are coming out? Is there any on my watch pile, anything I picked up this month that you think I really need to get to? As always, I'm going to post my actual watch pile in the comments below. If there are enough characters that I can actually post it, have a look through it. Urge me to check something out if you can, and maybe it'll jump up to the top of my list and check it out once I've done everything else that I need to. If you've watched some great films this month, let me know. If you've picked up anything interesting, again, let me know in the comment box below. I want to kind of see what you've bought. Live vivaciously through your purchases and film watching. As always, there is more content up here. You can see more of my stuff. In the description box below are links to Patreon, membership program, and manvfilm.com. Always in which you can support me. Thanks for watching. See you next time.